Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, people. Here we are. You're thinking, what time is it? You know what time it is. 1 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. Speaking of Pacific, the West Coast, the left coast, quite a few stupid things coming out of Commiefornia. All you other shit states like Illinois, Oregon, Washington, New York, Maryland. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do something stupid too. But right now we got the lead because California will not be out stupid it is. Whenever some other state does something fucking dumb, California says, hold my no dairy whipped foam latte green tea beverage. All right, hold my soy. Because California done did it. We're going to talk about that. You saw the thumbnail and the title, the liberal world order. See what they're doing. I can't say they're making a mistake. Now, if it came from old what's his name, if it came from our grandpa in chief, I would think that, yeah, this is a straight slip up. But this came from one of his mouthpieces, and they're saying the quiet part out loud now. And the picture, I thought the picture was perfect. The V for Vendetta mask, perfect, because that's where we're headed. That's exactly where we're headed. Remember they tried that information, disinformation, misinformation board? That's some V for Vendetta shit. But Commiefornia, they're doing it, and they're doing it real stupid. We will finally get to talk about the Commiefornia CCW doxxing. We will talk about the new gas tax that is levied upon you Californians today. The other day, we're going to give you up to $1,050. But today, you get another 3 cents gas tax. And when you hear how much of a gallon of gas is this gas tax, it'll make you shit. And of course, I posted it on my Instagram page yesterday at JG Talk. California will be the first state to offer free health care to illegals. That's right. No matter your immigration status, if you are here, you will be taken care of. If you are here, don't even worry about it. Almost 800,000 people will now be put on the backs of California taxpayers. Don't worry about it. Just pay for it, stupid. D-Light, what's up? Appreciate it. You are the first one. You popped the super chat cherry for the day. Ow! Happy 4th of July weekend. Squid. 80 Deuce here. How can you say something so hurtful as squid? That hurts. Thank you. Happy 4th of July to you too. Happy birthday, America. And we will finally get to talk about Cassidy Hutchinson. She's the one who told the story that she was told by somebody else, and that somebody else came out and said, I never said that shit, and I'll testify to it. She's the one who said that Donald Trump was a wheel-grabbing, clavicle-grabbing psychopath on January 6th. He said, take me to the Capitol. I'm the fucking president. That's what she said, he said. That part I believe. But the grabbing the wheel and the clavicles, get out of here with that shit. But she hugged Liz Chaney. Something you don't see every day in those kind of proceedings. And then, speaking of Bidenus pervertus, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. We are the world. We are the children. That fool. He did a speech / press conference in Spain for some stupid summit he's at. Spain, do me a favor, keep him. But he was there doing a press conference, and of course he's talking about inflation and all that shit. And he even said, he doesn't even realize this is a joke, but he even said Russia, Russia, Russia. He said that because, of course, what was he talking about? Whose fault is it that the economy's all fucked up? It's Russia's fault. Lowly little Russia. Don't talk about China. Talk about Russia. We will finally get to him saying in a voicemail that telling Hunter, I think you're clear. And then, as I mentioned before, the liberal world order, one of his mouthpieces was on CNN, and they were asking him about, the gas prices and how long this is going to be going on. That's another thing that Biden talked about in his speech about inflation and gas prices. And his answer will shock you. But the liberal world order, one of his mouthpieces was on CNN talking about that. And he said, we have to continue to push the liberal world order. That's what he said. Liberal world order. See, they got to start fishing. They got to start putting this shit out there, seeing what kind of reaction they get. They need to start fishing with these new words and these terms. Liberal world order. World? Why do we care about the world and its order? Shouldn't we be focused on America's order? Because when America's doing well, the world is doing well. But this world order, this world community, no. I don't like that shit. Bush tried to do that bullshit. He was a globalist turd. I don't want us to be a nation of globalists. We need to be a nation of nationalists. We need to think and believe that our country is the best country in the world, because it is. We can't start knocking down our borders and, hey, man, we're just a big, writhing ball of nations, man. There's no borders. You're not American. You're not Canadian. You're not Mexican, man. It's nothing like that, man. We're just all in this big world orgy, man. We can reach over in your country and diddle you, and you can reach over in our country and diddle us a little bit, man. We're just kind of all over each other, man. We're just one big globe, man. We're one big commune, man. No, I don't like that. I like borders. I like separating countries from other ones because some countries are better than others. And I don't want you spilling your gross chocolate into my peanut butter. That's what he said. Liberal world order. Shit that was relegated to conspiracy websites 10 years ago is now becoming policy, or they want it to become policy. Talk about that bullshit too. But first, guys, you know how we do it. Our first segment will be Good Gun. And this is a little bit different. This is a story that most of, if not all of you, already know about. And I hope all of you don't already know about it, so I can tell you about it for the first time, because this is definitely a case where someone took a gun and did the right thing. And if you look over, was it this shoulder? See that? What? Right there. See that empty space right there? I used to have something there. My son came home today. He had a picture of a sunflower that he painted. I thought it was cool. I put it up there, and he goes, no, I want it back. So that's why there's an empty space there, because my son took his damn picture back. It's all right. Didn't hurt my feelings. Sorry about that. But first, it's rare to find a remedy that delivers noticeable physical and mental benefits like C60 Evo. This ESS 60 is a breakthrough technology offering benefits to thousands of customers. I sleep deeper, wake up feeling more refreshed and energized. I think more clearly and feel 15 years younger with this product. They've got a proven track record, and my recommendation too. Purchase C60 Evo and enjoy the incredible benefits yourself. Use my link below to save 10% off of your purchase. Promo code JG10. 10. Let's kick this off. Remember, viewer-supported platform. Venmo, GreenforGreen. Cash.app is $Jericho Green. And the number one, super chats. Do like D-Light, people. Get them in here. First come, first serve. You send, I read. Very easy. Now, in today's segment of Good Gun, we're going to talk about a man named Gary Plauché. I'm going to say Gary Plauché. Okay? And Gary Plauché, you may or may not be familiar with his story, but this headline says, Gary Plauché, the Louisiana dad who took deadly revenge on his son's rapist on live TV. On March 16th, 1984, Gary Plauché waited at the airport for Jeff Doucette, who had kidnapped his son Jody, then shot him dead as cameras rolled. Now, you may or may not have seen this footage. but it'll explain it. But he's basically hiding between two phone booths. Remember, I mentioned in the other video, kids, phone booths. Before everybody had a phone in their pocket, you used to have to go to certain locations and share a phone with other citizens. But he's standing between these two phone booths. They got him cuffed. His hands are cuffed in front of him. There's two FBI agents on either side of him. And Gary Plauché, when they walk by, he comes out from between the two phone booths, puts his gun to the side of Jeff Doucette's head, and goodbye. That was it. And this says, a parent's worst nightmare is likely a child's abduction or sexual assault. Gary Plauché, an American dad from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, endured both, then did the unthinkable. He tracked down the man who took his son and shot him in the head. A cameraman captured the murder on tape, turning Plauché's act of revenge into a national sensation. He did the unthinkable. I think that's very thinkable. Plauché attracted even more attention from the media during his trial as a judge was deciding his fate. Onlookers judged his character. Should he be charged with murdering another man or celebrated for ridding the world of a dangerous criminal? So let's see. It talks about how he served in the Air Force and the Army. And the series of events that would change Plauché's life forever were set in motion on February 19th, 1984. So he shot the guy on March 16th, but it started on February 19th, so almost a month. When his 11-year-old son, Jody's karate instructor, picked him up to go for a ride. Jeff Doucette, a 25-year-old with a large beard, promised Jody Plauché's mom, June, that they'd be back in 15 minutes. June Plauché didn't doubt Doucette. She had no reason to. He instructed 3 of their 4 children in karate and was trusted in the community. Doucette enjoyed spending time with the boys, and they enjoyed spending time with him. He's all of our best friend, Jody Plauché told his school newspaper a year earlier. According to June, her son quit football and basketball to spend as much time at Doucette's dojo as possible. Little did she know that Jeff Doucette was taking Jody on a ride around the neighborhood. By nighttime, the two were on a bus heading to the West Coast. On the way, Doucette shaved his beard, dyed Jody's hair from blonde to black. He hoped to pass off Jody as his son, while also hiding from law enforcement that would soon track them down. Doucette and Jody Plauché checked into a cheap motel in Anaheim, California, just a short walk away from Disneyland. Inside the motel room, Doucette sexually assaulted his karate student. This went on until Jody asked to call his parents, which Doucette allowed. Police, alerted by Jody's parents, traced the call and arrested Doucette while Jody was put on a flight back to Louisiana. Mike Barnett, a Baton Rouge sheriff's major who had helped track down Jeff Doucette and was friendly with Gary Plauché, took it upon himself to inform him that the karate instructor had done to his son. According to Barnett, Gary had the same reaction most parents do when they find out their children have been raped or molested. He was horrified. Plauché told Barnett, "I'll kill that son of a bitch," the Associated Press reported. Though his son had been found, Plauché remained on edge. He spent the next few days inside a local bar, the Cotton Club, asking people when they thought Doucette might be brought back to Baton Rouge for trial. A former colleague of WBRZ News, who happened to be out for a drink, told Plauché that the disgraced karate instructor would be flown in at 9:08. Plauché drove to Baton Rouge Airport. He entered the arrivals hall wearing a baseball cap and a pair of sunglasses, his face hidden. He walked over to a payphone. Just pause right there. Remember back in the day when you could just park outside and walk into the airport, wait for people right when they disembarked from the airport? I love pre-9/11. As he made a quick call, a WBRZ news crew got their cameras ready to record the caravan of cops that were escorting Jeff Doucette out of the plane. When he passed by, Plauché pulled a gun from his boot and shot Doucette in the head. The bullet that Plauché shot through Doucette's skull was caught on camera by WBRZ crew. On YouTube, over 20 million people have watched Doucette collapse and how Barnett quickly tackled Plauché to the wall. "Why, Gary? Why'd you do it?" the officer shouted at his friend as he disarmed him. "If somebody did it to your kid, you'd do it too," Plauché answered with tears. Now, you're probably wondering, how much time did Gary Plauché have to do for taking out that monster who kidnapped and molested and raped his son. Well, the degree to which public opinion swayed in Plauché's favor was overwhelming. So much so that when the sentencing time came around, the judge decided against sending Plauché to jail. Doing so, he had said, would have been counterproductive. He felt certain that Plauché didn't intend to harm anyone except the already dead Jeff Doucette. Wow, what a good gun segment that was. And if you haven't seen the footage, you can look it up easy on YouTube. It's exactly that. He is still, like I said, standing between the phones. As soon as they take a step past him, he comes out from the side. Blam! That's it. And I've read other reports where he talks about how he felt. He felt that he failed his son. He felt that he wasn't there to protect him, that he kind of handed his lamb to the wolf, so to speak, allowing him to take him for a ride that fateful day or to spend so much time with them. So it wasn't just what happened to his son, but he also felt terrible about, as a father, as a protector, not being there. Not that it was his fault, but that didn't change the way he felt about it. So, but that story ended great. I mean, anybody who does that to a child, I say you deserve worse than that. I think it was kind of quick. Because if you look at the gun, it had to be at least a 38, if not a 357. So, his lights went out quick. But I wish that people that do that would get far, far worse than what he got. Something so quick. I wish it could be more drawn out, more painful, so they can feel the fear that their victims feel. I mean, that little boy, imagine how the fear he felt once he realized, oh, we're not going home. Oh, we're not just going for a ride around the neighborhood. When he got in that motel room and closed the door, and what happened to him inside there. Imagine the fear he felt. Imagine how dirty he felt, all because some perverted bastard wanted to do something to him. So shout out to that family. I hope that little boy, I mean, like I said, it was back in 1984, and he was 11 at the time. So he was born in 73. So he's, late 40s by now. I hope he was able to find some normalcy in life, but that's just terrible. But again, this is what happens when good people get hold of a functioning weapon. Bad people cease to exist. So that was another segment of Good Gun. So shout out to everybody in the comment section. I see you, Jean Grey. Not only is that a superhero, but as a rapper named Jean Grey. Lady, very good. Lance, what's up? James, Matthew, Homeschool Mom 23, Brandy, Lala HK, Matthew, Tammy, Princess Delilah. We taught it. We taught it. I get it. Spunbearing 65, just got home. You just made it in the nick of time. Sandra, Sharon, everybody, Johnny, D-Light, of course, H.A. Kitten, everybody, Pa Kitten, however I'm supposed to say that. What's up, everyone? Happy Friday, you damn right. Yeah, Randall Hill, poor kid. Yeah. What's up, Cat Slave? Yeah, that's awful, man. But I hope he found some redemption in his dad doing that for him. I hope he found, I don't know, some kind of solace, if that's even possible, and the fact that his dad thought enough of him to go out and avenge him. I hope that helped in some way. Doris, what's up? Lazarus Clubber Lang. Hey, Clubber, you got any prediction for the fight? Pain. One of the coldest lines ever. The Mr. Creighton from DC. Oh, man, you knee deep in the bullshit there. I hope you can't smell that stench from the Capitol. I hope it doesn't keep you from being able to eat your food and stuff, because it is hard to eat your food when you're sitting next to a big old pile of shit. So hope you're still able to eat and things like that. Motor Love 1968. Much love from here, too, from northern Colorado. I've been to Breckenridge, Colorado. Is that in northern Colorado? I know one thing. I never seen mountains till I went to Colorado. Shit. I mean, in California, we got mountains. But Colorado, my goodness. Went to the Coors factory. What else did we do? Yeah, basically walking down the street was an issue because they weren't used to that thin air. That thin air is real. When you see them athletes and shit with the oxygen on the sideline, it's real. Shout out to Colorado. Ghost of Josie Wales, happy Patriot Month. It's about time we made it through the last one. Hope you guys are able to wash all that Pride Month off your shoes. Me stepping dog shit and you try to wipe it off on the grass. You know what we need after Pride Month? We need those brushes you see outside of places like I usually see them a lot in like Salinas where we go because there's a lot of ags, a lot of people out in the fields with mud in their boots. You see those brushes they have outside the store so you can clean that shit off your shoes before you come inside. That's what we need after Pride Month, just so we can get all that shit off of our shoe. This is gross. Sarah Connor, are you Sarah Connor? Yes. And then he pushes the door open. Yo, that shit was cold when he fucking he pulls up to Sarah Connor's house and just runs over her kid's toy that was in the driveway. I was so fucked up. Brian King B. Falcone, what up, man? Says happy Friday, Jerrikins. Oh, should I take that? Do I got to pay you some kind of copyright fee if I use that, Brian? Let me know. I'm just kidding. Are you Sarah Connor? Yes. That's before he was a jackass. That's back when he respected all of this freedom and success. You weren't going to make it that big in Austria, Arnie. Yeah. Was that Predator? No, not Predator. Total Recall. Where they fell down, rolled down the hill on Mars, and his oxygen mask broke. Or that glass thing. They had the oxygen in it. Spunbaron65, thanks for the twomp. He says Biden uses the word inclusive to be exclusive. Can't be inclusive if you are specific to the gay community. That's true. They talk all the inclusivity, but they are very exclusive. If you're not reading, if you're not singing from that leftist hymn, me, they'll turn on you. They will turn on you. Like Cujo. You got them liberal, got them leftist rabies. They're ravenous. They'll turn on you. 62 Dirt Digger Dean. Yeah, it's still scrubbing. I'm still trying to wash that rainbow off of me too. It's tough, but we'll get through it. Jenny N. Happy 4th, Jericho. Hey, happy 4th to you too. Don't lose any of your fingers. I'm talking to you people in free states that have real fireworks, not these sparklers we have in California. Hey, it's time to do fireworks in California, sister. Yeah, pretty much. That's what we got out here. But I'm going to take Junior over there. I bought him some smoke bombs the other day, but we have a strict rule in this house. No fireworks before or after the 4th of July. I can't stand that shit. Misanthrope. I have 2 daughters. I will burn the world down if something happens to them. Straight up. You know what? Here's something I said a few years back when I first started my channel. People got all pissed off, or a handful of people got pissed off. Like they didn't understand what I meant. Maybe they don't have kids, or maybe they're like those weird cat people that have hair all over them when they come out in public and smell like piss. I don't know. But I was talking about my daughter, because at the time, well, she's older. She's the oldest. She's 4 years older than my son. And so when I started the videos, he was like a little toddler. Like he was like 1 or 2 or something like that. But I was talking about her, and I said pretty much basically what Misanthrope was saying. I said if to prove how much I love my kids, or love my daughter, and both my kids, but I was specifically talking about my daughter. I said that I would take a school bus, take all the seats out, I would fill it with puppies and throw it into the Grand Canyon if that's what I had to do to protect my daughter. What I was saying was I would do anything to ensure her health and safety. And if I had to basically murder a busload of puppies, I would do that. And people were like, are you serious? You would really do that? No, I wouldn't really do that unless I had to really do that. Like, where's a scenario where that would happen? It's impossible. But what my point is, if I had to, if it was like, Jericho, you can ensure your daughter's health and safety by taking out these 10,000 puppies, however many would fit in there, or your daughter would have bad things happen in her life. Later, puppies, you guys are cute. I love puppies, but my daughter, out of here. And they were like, "Oh, I can't believe you said that." Shut the fuck up. I really wouldn't do that, but I would. I wouldn't do it, but I would. Oh man, let's see if anybody reacts like that here. And if you have kids, I know you understand, or you don't have to have them to understand, but I know that you do for sure. If you do, yeah, default apocalypse. We'd have to go scorched earth. It's over. It's over. Anybody who brought harm, it's a wrap. I don't see how people don't understand that. Sandra Thomas, yeah, same here. You get it. You get it. Doris loves America. I don't know if it's fireworks or gunshots in Detroit. You know, I used to live in a place called Salinas, and that was a very real question that we had. Jerry C., good damn afternoon to you too. It was a real question, like, are those gunshots or fireworks? That's real shit. But it's probably 50-50. Nicholas Hardick, how are you? Thank you. Scenario, your son/daughter is 16-ish years old, and your wife finds a joint in their backpack. What is the reaction or discussion? Well, my initial reaction will be anger, because by that age, I will have made it painfully clear that we don't go for that shit in this house. I don't know. I think my wife would be there to temper my anger and find a better way than just breathing fire on them when they get home. But there would definitely be severe punishment, swift, severe. I do not play that shit. I'm not one of these parents who like, well, I'll let them do it at home. At least I know where they are. No, bullshit. No alcohol or drug use in my house as long as you're under 21 years old, period. Call it rigid, old school, inflexible, archaic. I don't give a shit. I ain't playing that shit in my house. If I find a joint in your backpack, there's going to be a fucking problem. And now I'm going to have to turn your room upside down. Psych. No, I won't, because I will have been going through your shit while you go to school all the time anyway. I do not believe that kids deserve privacy. Now, as far as, getting dressed and being in the bathroom, you deserve privacy. I'm not walking in my daughter's room while she's getting undressed. That's fucking weird. But privacy as far as stay out of my room, don't go through my things. Hey, don't be ridiculous. You have no things. They're all my things. I bought them for you. Are you kidding me? You have no stuff. You have no my room. I'll strip it all. Posters, everything. All the law says I have to give you is a roof and a full belly and some clothes. That's it. And if we want to go back to the bare necessities, that don't make me none, and they'll skin off my back. I'll have all my amenities in my room. But a joint in the backpack, I'm going to take that as a sign of aggression. Because like I said before, I will have made this clear that I better not find out you're doing this shit. So for you to have it in your backpack all willy-nilly, you must think I'm bullshitting. You must think that I'm not serious about what I said. Like my dad would say, you don't believe fat meat's greasy, and you don't believe shit stinks. So that would be a sign. That would be an act of war, basically. To have that, Oscar Gonzalez, toss the room. It's over. It's a wrap. You think you didn't have any privacy before? You're not even going to have a door. You better get dressed in the bathroom because your door is gone. Your phone? What phone? The one I pay for? That phone's mine. I'll throw it out the window. You know, one time, this is a couple years ago, we were coming back from my mom's house. We were going through a little town called Los Banos, right? But in Spanish, that's the bathroom. But we were driving through Los Banos, going back home, and we had just stopped. We stop at the same place, the same gas station every time, and we get snacks and smoothies. We gas up, and then we finish about the halfway point. And then we finished the ride home. And my daughter, she was doing something. She was being mean to her brother or something. And I told her, if you do that again, I'm going to take those chips and dump them out the window. And I guess she didn't believe shit stinks. She did it again. I reached back, I grabbed her bag of chips, and I went like that out the window and just watched Lay's potato chips go flying behind my truck. And she was like, I can't believe you did it. I was like, what do you mean you can't believe I did? I told you I'd do it. You think this is a game? You think I'm up here playing? You think I'm up here faking, Dad? No, I told you. So, there it is. Guess whose chips are on the ground now? Guess whose chips are getting eaten by the crows? Christian, what's up? Yo, hoser. He said it's Canada Day. That's what it's about. Shout out to my lovely wife, Mel and Faye Knox. And my boy is back from base. Cheers. Hey, this is a beautiful day for you Canadians, huh? You got Canada Day. You're with your lovely wife and Faye, and your son is back. Don't get no better. The only thing that would be better is if Justin Castro quit today. I keep my fingers crossed, and I hope that for you. Anybody got a genie nearby, make that one of your 3 wishes, that Justin Castro will quit today on Canada Day. We're putting that out in the universe, man. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate that. Enjoy your time with your boy. It's wonderful. Lala HK, not the chips. Oh, yeah. You know it. Oh, Sandra Thomas, been in Los Banos for 21 years now. Moved from Watson. Oh, you moved from Fresaville. Be careful. I've seen some crazy shit in Watsonville. I've seen the gang members out there, the Norteños, because Watsonville is the strawberry capital of the world. This is no bullshit. So the gangbangers out there in Watsonville will get a strawberry tattooed on their neck. In Castroville, it's the artichoke capital of the world. So the gang members there will get an artichoke tattooed on their neck. I know people who have it. And Salinas, that's like the salad bowl. That's like the lettuce capital of the world. You see where this is going? They get a head of lettuce tattooed on their neck. Sandra Thomas, you tell me if I'm lying that they don't do that shit. Oh, yes. They do. They do. I don't know about you guys, but last night I pretty much I was about to talk about that Tim Starr. Thank you for bringing up that bad news, but it was tough going to sleep last night knowing that it was the last day of Pride Month. Okay, so we got through it. I was upset, but Buddha the Dot, what's up? See you down there with Florida. Don't rub it in, Florida, okay? We know you guys got the governor. I know. Payable on death. So what are the lips on the neck? I mean, that's another thing. Yeah, you see the lips. All them gang members will get lips tattooed on their neck. Sandra Thomas, I know. I've seen it. She says, you are right. That's right. Los Banos from Fresaville. That's funny. Yo, Daddy, thank you. Says, read my chat. I just sent regular style, buddy. All right. Yo, Daddy. Let's see if I can find it, buddy. Hold on. Hold up. Yo, Daddy. Here it is. Let's see. Yo, Daddy says, you need to say why so you don't. Oh, you need to say why so you don't look like a dictator. It's because your brain is still developing into your early 20s. Your life is like a loading screen 0 to 100. So as your 16% program can't start but can't turn. Okay, I think you're talking about the weed in the backpack thing, the joint in the backpack. Yeah, that's what I was saying about my wife, because I would just want to go in there and I would totally be a dictator. Yes, I make your world possible. Everything in here I bought. Yes, for sure. That is another important part of having both parents, because Mom will provide that balance, because you're right, I probably won't get through with just fire and brimstone. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You're right. But me, if it's just me, if their mom took off and left us or something, and they just got Jericho left, there'd probably be a lot more dictatorship for sure. For sure. And Tammy A says Columbus, Ohio is a sanctuary city. Oh, yeah? California is a sanctuary state. What do you think of that? Huh? Whole damn state is fucked. Again, Christian, thank you for the Hamilton. It said a Hamilton for you, buddy. After Trump, Hamilton is my second favorite president. That man was a buccaneer freeing slaves, and him and his buddies would get in bar brawls. Cheers. I wish we could have more real life leaders like that. Not necessarily the bar brawl, whatever. If it happens, it happens. But I wish an actual regular person could become president of the United States. How interesting and simple things would be. First thing I would do is do something about the tax code, because it shouldn't be so complicated that the people who are paying the tax don't understand how they're paying or what they're paying or who it's going to. Black Lake, thank you. Sergeant Black with the Salty Army checking in. Smash that like button and show some love to our brother Jericho. I couldn't say it better myself, Black Lake. Thank you very much. Preach. All right, guys, let's get it. Let's get it. So, Commiefornia. Oh, before we do that, don't forget Venmo, Green4Green, Cash.app, $ Jericho Green. 1 super chats. You send them, I read them. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California 95961-9998. It's rare to find a remedy that delivers noticeable physical and mental benefits like C60 Evo. This ESS60 is a breakthrough technology offering benefits to thousands of customers. I sleep deeper, wake up feeling more refreshed, and when I take the organic olive oil-based product daily, I'm more energized and think more clearly when I take this product. I really like how I feel. My skin quality is improving. My hair is improving when I take this oil daily. Workouts are easier, and when I focus on my endurance and strength, I feel like I'm 15 years younger. Their lab has been manufacturing ESS60 for 31 years. That's VIP live and fitness health coaching for life and a free e-report title. So make sure you get that E60 Evo. Don't you worry. All of the links, and I say all of them, will be in the description box below at the conclusion of this live. And one of my favorite parts of this live, going like that with the papers. Okay, so California CCW doxxing. And for those who might not know, CCW is concealed carry weapon. Now, the Supreme Court just ruled, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago, on New York State not being able to force its residents to jump through so many hoops and have all these reasons for a CCW. Because before the ruling, you had to have a specific reason. Has your life been threatened? Do you deal with precious materials or carry a lot of cash for your work or something like that? It couldn't just be because I want to protect myself. Since that ruling, now you can, and it's going to affect states like that and California. It should make it easier. You should be able to say, actually, you shouldn't have to ask shit. You should just be able to take it, put it on your hip, and be out. But now you don't need to have all these rules or these reasons and these explanations to carry a gun for protection, to conceal carry a gun for protection. So what happened in California the other day is they just messed up. Oops, our bad. Didn't mean to do that. Some bullshit. So this program, this database, started last September. So it's not even a year in. It's not even a year in the game. And hopefully, and they're saying litigation is likely, and it should be. What the fuck? You should get the shit suit out of you for doing that. That is beyond incompetence. That is beyond exactly, Mr. Throat. It was an accident. My bad. No, you didn't spill something in my lap. You didn't knock over my juice. You released people's personal information. That's what you did. That's not a oops, sorry. That's not like sending out an email to the whole office. You doxed people and put out their personal information. Yo, Daddy, thank you, says, we are legend. Yes, we are. Together we are. That's not something you just, oh shit, my bad, guys. That's pretty big, especially in hostile territory in California. Because if you are anything right of letting your kid put on, a dress, letting your little boy put on a dress and a ball gag before he goes to school, then you are Satan incarnate in California. So it says, as part of a Democrat-led effort to better understand the role and potential dangers of firearms, I don't know why you would start with CCW permit holders, but whatever, California inadvertently leaked private information about every concealed carry permit holder in the state. The California Department of Justice on Monday mistakenly posted the personal details of concealed carry permit holders when it launched its 2022 firearms dashboard portal. The information included the full name, birthday, race, and address of every permit holder in the state. Now, I touched on this a little bit. I believe that this was done on purpose. I believe that they did this hoping that somebody gets hurt, maybe even killed, because for running up on somebody they know has a gun on them, so that way they can clamp down even tighter on the gun laws here in California. That's what I think. Why would you do this? Why would you even have this? To better understand. What are you trying to better understand? Are you trying to say that? Are you trying to prove that concealed carry permit holders are the ones responsible for the violence in California? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to say that the concealed carry permit holders are the ones shooting this bitch up, shooting up the churches? Is that what you're trying to say? They're the ones out there gangbanging? And not like that gangbang perverts. But are you trying to say they're the ones out here doing it? I don't understand that. Why? How does that happen? Oops. In the midst of all this, you got the Supreme Court ruling, all these mass shootings that are happening. You're trying to clamp down on our Second Amendment rights, and now is the time that you release this information, and I'm supposed to believe that was a boo-boo? You must be full of boo-boo if you think that we're going to believe that shit. In California, where people are crazy as shit, it is a land of nuts and fruits, but not just the ones that sit in a bowl on your kitchen table. The ones that need to be locked away in a jacket they can't get out of. DJ John T, thank you very much. He says, hi, Jericho. Much love from Sweden. Yeah. What happened to you guys? I used to look up to you in the USA, man. But now, who was that old guy in the White House? You guys used to stand for freedom, man. Hey. I really don't have a retort for that. Because you're kind of right. I think that the America that you looked up to, DJ John T, I think that America still exists. I think on a grassroots level. I think if you I don't know, you may be, or if you ever come to America, I think if you meet individual Americans, like real American people, man, they don't have to be like working class or whatever, just a regular American citizen. I think that you will find the America you used to look up to as alive and well. But when you're not in this country, and it goes for anybody, when you're viewing another country you don't live in, you view it through the prism of the news that's coming out of there or the politicians that you see. Based on that, based on Biden's pervertus, that butterscotch pudding eating son of a bitch at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, yes, I would have zero faith in America. I would have zero envy for America based on that, for sure. But the regular American people, we do still stand for freedom, and we enjoy that freedom that we fight for daily, that we pay for. Those of us who served in the military and went to countries where they don't like us very much, we defend that. And that America is alive and well. But our politicians, they fucking suck. They are terrible. All right, Sweden, soccer is probably huge, right? It is everywhere else around the world. So pick a soccer stadium and like say it has one of those trough urinals, which are disgusting, but like a trough urinal at a huge soccer stadium. After that soccer game is over, what you find on the floor of that bathroom around that urinal, that's our government. The piss and pubes and dirt and bits of hot dog and puke, that's them. I don't know if you guys eat hot dogs over there. Some chocolate. Some chocolate on the floor. But that's our government. Those are our elected officials. Oh, I'm sorry. Ice hockey. Okay, ice hockey. Ice hockey's big. Pick the biggest hockey arena. And after tens of thousands of men have pissed and walked in there and dropped things and vomited, that's what our leadership is, not us as people. Kai Johnson in the UK, he says it's called football, not soccer. I'm sorry, Kai. And over here, that shit's called soccer. All right? That ain't no damn football. That shit is soccer. Spun bearing 65A. Let's hope it's chocolate, huh? Hey, soccer's cool, but we don't call it football over here. Oh, but thank you. Oh, shout out to Kai. Yesterday I was bitching about not wanting to edit stuff, and he sent me an edited clip from the show yesterday, so I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. People's time is precious, and I appreciate it. Ms. Pepsi Girl. Okay, I see which side you picked in the blind taste test back in the day. When are you and Salty going to do a live cast together? I think it will be hilarious. Yet you send a message to us. Who would love to see that? I would. I'd love to. I don't even know how to get in touch with them. I don't know. His email or nothing. I don't know. Let's do it. That'd be great. Hey, so let's see. Yo, Daddy, again, thank you. Time for you to watch some Salty Cracker, buddy. We are Legion. What the hell am I saying? Legion. We are Legion. We welcome all but Nazis. Yeah, same here. I think we can all agree with that. Everybody's cool but the Nazis. Nazis, fuck off. Nazis, you go see the Jew Bear. What movie is that from, huh? Yep, spun bearing 65. Yeah, the residue, like when the piss starts to dry up and it gets real thick, like it's been reduced on the stovetop. Yeah, that's right, DJ Johnson. You got Greta, that little angry turd. Gefürgen, Fragen. So anywho, that's what happened with the CCW doxing in California. I think it was intentional. The fuck would do? Oh, whoops! That doesn't happen, but it did happen with CCW, or not CCW. The CDC, was it a year ago or something? They released some faulty information about the sweet and sour sniffles, and they were like, "Oh, my bad." Whoops. So the gas tax in California, that starts today. As though you haven't been kicked in your financial nuts enough. As though you haven't been squeezing your money so tight, a booger came out of George Washington's nose. You about to get kicked in your nuts one more time. Imagine that, fellas. Ladies, you can't relate to this. But fellas, imagine getting kicked in your nuts hard. Them shits are sore like the next day. They're still sore. And then somebody runs up and kicks you in your nuts again. Oh my goodness. That would just be awful. Well, Commiefornians, that's what's happening. Because today, levied against us is another gas tax. How much do we pay for a gallon of gas? or how much of that gallon, excuse me, is tax for a gallon of gas. Californians contending with the highest gas prices in the nation will pay another 3 cents per gallon starting Friday due to the state's annual gas tax increase. You read that right. Gas prices will go up due to the state's excise tax on gasoline, which is adjusted each year. So the Golden State drivers on Thursday were already paying an average of $6.28 for a gallon of regular gas, for far more than the national average of $4.85. But the number had represented something of a relief as it inched down from the record high of $6.43 a couple of weeks ago, dropping on Thursday for the 16th consecutive day. Now, the excise tax will see prices go up again. The tax is increasing from 51.1 cents to 53.9 cents per gallon. More than 50 cents of every gallon of gasoline that you pump into your vehicle in California is fucking tax. And that's just that tax. That's the fuel tax. And you got all these emission taxes and these transportation taxes and taxes on top of taxes and then more taxes. We need a harbor and some tea. This shit is ridiculous. Hey, but we're going to give you up to $1,050 off, man. What are you worried about? What are you crying about? 3 cents a gallon? That's not a lot, Jericho. Yeah, it is. When you're already paying too damn much. An average of $6.28 a gallon. That is robbery without a gun. And it's only going to go up. And we're not even getting that bullshit tax rebate until October. It's fucking terrible. So just know that, Commiefornians. If you listen to your wallet, take your wallet out. Ladies, reach in your purse that has way too much shit in it. You know, and you know it. Reach in there, get your wallet out. Fellas, reach back and get your wallet. And let's put it up to your ear. And you're going to hear your wallet go, ow! That's what you're going to hear from your wallet in Commiefornia. Another gas tax. But we're supposed to be happy about the Fed rolling back that tax. Thanks a lot. California just put it right back in there in more ways than one. And to round out the Commiefornia bullshit for the day, California is going to be the first, guys. Olivehurst. Doug Bucker. Thank you, man. You sound like you should sell stuff. Like if you sold stuff, we could trust you. That's right. You come on down here to Doug Bucker. If you don't enjoy the thing that I sold to you and it don't last forever, then my name's not Doug Bucker. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Happy to be here. Me too. Thank you for the Hamilton. My 10-year-old son got sexually abused by the demon, the egg donor, married. Wow. Didn't use good gun, stayed out of prison to be there to teach my son how to be a man. Heartbroken. Yes, that is another way to look at it. I'm sorry that happened to your son. I hope that whoever did that, they are paying the price. That is one way to look at it. You know, fortunately, Mr. Plache, he didn't go to jail. He didn't go to prison. And I don't know. I think, again, like I said, that is another way to look at it. You could say, no, I want to stay out here, be here with my son, not be locked up and leave him unprotected again. I could definitely understand that. And I'm glad that worked for you. And I hope that's working for him. And I hope that your son is able to repair himself as much as humanly possible, despite what happened to him. And for someone to put them in a situation where that happened is fucking terrible. But I see what you mean. But I don't know if I would be able to do that. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't ever want to know. But from the outside looking in, I mean, shit. And especially what made Gary Pochet's situation so unique is that he had an opportunity to exact his revenge. Sometimes they might be in custody and then they're in jail, and the only time you see them is in a courtroom. And you could take a swing at him. I just saw a video the other day where some dad swung on his son's murderer. You can, but you're probably going to get it like one hit in. It's not going to be a good hit because the bailiffs and everything in there are going to tackle you. You're probably going to get arrested. I mean, I wouldn't give a shit about that in that situation, but he had an opportunity to exact his revenge. He had a chance to get to him before he got into court. So I think that probably played into his situation as well. As I said in the story, somebody told him what time that he would be back. So he knew where to be. He knew he would be there. He had a unique opportunity. I think if given that opportunity, I would take it. If there's a chance that people are going to see you as a father protecting his son, I think I would probably take that chance. But again, I'm not in that situation. Thank God. I don't ever want to be. I'm sorry that you are. But you make a valid point. I appreciate that. Happy to be here. And I'm happy that you're here. So yes, Commiefornia, when I say they are not going to be out stupided, that is what I mean. So California will be, hold on, let me get this here right so we could share that drop of anger blood. We're going to have a simultaneous drop of anger blood. Okay? Together. When I read this, look at the screen, and I'm going to have a single drop of anger blood coming out here too. You're not going to be alone. We're losing plasma together, people. So, California set to become the first state to provide free health care to all, and I mean all low-income immigrants. It's a crowd cheering for free shit. California will become the first state to guarantee free health care for all low-income immigrants living in the country illegally. Remember, let's think back, guys. Here's a part, if this were a TV show where we get all fuzzy like this and go to a memory. But you remember when illegal meant something? It meant you couldn't do that shit or you get in trouble. Those were the days. A move that will provide coverage for an additional 764,000 people at an eventual cost of $2.7 billion a year. You got an extra 2.7 billion? Huh? You got an extra 2.7 billion laying around? California does. And what better place to spend it than on people who shouldn't be here receiving it? It's part of a $307.9 billion operating budget that Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom was expected to sign. It pledges to make low-income adults eligible for the state's medical program by 2024, regardless of their immigration status. It's a long-sought victory for healthcare and immigration activists who have been asking for the change for more than a decade. Well, I'm so glad you got what you wanted. I'm so glad that they were able to work this theft into the budget. It says about 92% of Californians currently have some form of health insurance. Well, if almost everybody has it, why are you fucking with it? Putting the state in the middle of the pack nationally. But that will change once this budget is fully implemented, as adults living in the country illegally make up one of the largest groups of people without insurance in the state. Isn't that something? People living in this country illegally make up about 7% of the population nationwide, or about 22 million people. Remember they told us it was 11 million? For years, 11 million, never went up. 11 million every time. But we're going to be the first. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we are the first. Beatriz Hernandez came to the United States in 2007 as an 11-year-old. California taxpayers covered her healthcare expenses when she was a child. She lost that coverage once she turned 19 because of her immigration status. But it was restored in 2020 when the state began covering low-income immigrants 26 and younger. Hernandez turned 26 in February. She hasn't lost her coverage yet because of an emergency federal rule during the pandemic. Awesome. So let's read that shit again because you will have anger blood too, not just me. Beatriz Hernandez came to the United States in 2007 as an 11-year-old. So that means you would have turned 18 in 2014, which begs the question, don't worry, guys, I'll ask it for you. Why the fuck are we paying for you at all? You're a grown-up. Why are you not paying for your own shit? Why didn't they toss you out of this country when they found out you were here illegally? But Jericho, she was only 11. Who brought her here? Who brought her? Whoever brought you here, we're going to round all of you up and send your ass back. She's been in, they knew she was illegal and they covered her health insurance. So when you ask yourself, damn, why is an ambulance ride $4,000? I could get a fat Uber ride for that kind of money. Why is it $1,500 a night to stay in a hospital? If I put that kind of money into a room in Vegas, it would probably come with a person to do dirty stuff to your body until you left. But $1,500 a night to stay in the hospital. An aspirin is $150. Why? Why did that borderline MRE meal you just brought me cost me $150? It's because somebody has to pay for Beatriz Hernandez. Because God forbid Beatriz paid for herself or was kicked the fuck out of here. So because of Beatriz, we have to pay that kind of money. And those are not exaggerations. My wife had to take an ambulance one time years back. Wasn't nothing major. But I had my daughter at home. She needed to go. I couldn't take her. $4,000. There was no mini bar. There were no neon lights lining the ambulance. There was no roof for her to pop her head out and dance, woo, and scream. No, it was it was an ambulance. 4 Gs. Why? What kind of fuel are they putting in these ambulances? It's because of Beatriz Hernandez. That's why we got to pay these prices. And we're going to be paying for them in California, all of them. So just ring the biggest fucking dinner bell you've ever seen. Hey, illegals, if you come to California, we'll pay for your health care. You hurt, you sick, you pregnant, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. When you walk out of this hospital, all you're going to get is a thank you for coming. You ain't going to get a bill. You don't got to worry about shit. Taxpayer, we got you. California is the first to do all kinds of stupid shit. Oh, dude, wait a minute, taxpayer. You guys aren't taxed enough, bro? Dude, we're going to give your tax money to the illegals, bro. Yeah, no borders, dude. Because healthcare is a human right, bro. Just come here to Commiefornia, dog. We'll take care of you, bro. We'll be the first, dude. I know no other states are doing this, bro, because they're not as stupid as we are. Oh. You know what? We got the money to pay for illegals' health care, but we are number 44 in education. That's right. There's only 50 states. We are number 44 in education, but we got money for this shit. Our infrastructure is number 49 out of 50. But we got money for this bullshit. Now, are they trying to be nice? Are they being a benevolent state? No, they're buying votes. They're buying votes. They're telling the third world country next to us, you don't need to come up here and work for shit. Just get here. We'll take care of you. Housing, education, phones, insurance. What do you need? Just come here. We cannot wait to steal from law-abiding taxpayers and give it to you, illegals. Come on. Fucking sick shit. Come on, dude. Don't you want to be one of the first illegals to get free healthcare from California, bro? Fucking stupid. Gavin Newsom, huh? Thanks a lot, ladies' vaginas. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your vagina. Bring your vagina over here so I can see it. Let me talk to it. You did this. You looked at Gavin Newsom and said, oh, he's so cute. And all the little stars started around your eyes. No, I don't want to recall you, Gavin. I'm not going to vote for Larry Elder. I'm going to vote for you. All these little vaginas started floating around your head. Gavin, he's so hot. He's so good looking. I'm going to vote for you. Thanks, ladies' vaginas. Thanks, clams. Like I said, moving on. Don't forget, Venmo, GreenforGreen. Cash.app, $Jericho Green 1, super chats, you send them, I read them. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, Commiefornia, 95961-9998. People, it's rare to find a remedy that delivers noticeable physical and mental benefits like C60 Evo. Their ESS60 is a breakthrough technology offering benefits to thousands of customers. I sleep deeper, wake up feeling more refreshed and energized. I think more clearly and feel 15 years younger with this product. They've got a proven track record and my recommendation too. Purchase C60 Evo and enjoy the incredible benefits yourself. Use my link below to save 10% on your purchase. Promo code JG10. Biden. Russia, Russia, Russia. What a dumbass. So he's doing a speech somewhere in España, in Spain, and he's talking about, of course, everybody's asking, what's up with inflation? What's up with the high gas prices? Why the fuck is this happening? And what does he say? You know what he said. He said, literally said, Russia, 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 end quote. That's what he told us. And it's Putin. He said the wheat, they're choking off the wheat supply to the world. They're choking off the fuel supply to the world. Wheat. What the fuck? Now, I don't know how ignorant I'm about to sound saying this, but just coming from a layman, what the fuck happened to Nebraska? Wasn't Nebraska known for wheat production? The rolling golden hills? I've been to Nebraska. They got rolling hills. Shout out to Catfish Charlie. Brought out the whole catfish, eyeballs and everything. It was a shock to my 12-year-old system. What about here? We can't grow wheat here? From sea to shining sea. We can't grow enough wheat here? Do we grow it and send it to other countries? Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should keep things here to make life easier for us before we send it out to the rest of the world. Let's see. What is the largest wheat producing state in America? Kansas. All right, Kansas. Why doesn't Kansas step up wheat production? Here we go. The rolling hills I was talking about right here. North Dakota is number 1. Kansas is 2. Montana, Washington, Idaho, Oklahoma, Minnesota, South Dakota, Texas, Oregon, Colorado, on down the list. So why can't we produce enough wheat to bring down the cost of food here in America? Why do we have to go get it from the Ukraine? Because Ukraine's producing the wheat, but they're fighting with Russia. Russia's keeping it from leaving the country. And of course, Russia's not giving any fuel to us because our grandpa in chief called them a bunch of bad names and made the ruble worth even less. So what about these states? Am I just being ignorant? Do I just not know? Why don't we crank up wheat production for us or slow the export of wheat so we have more wheat here for ourselves so we pay less? They do know that we, the American people, are the ones they should be taking care of first, right? Because see, that's one thing that everybody can get behind with Trump. He kept us first. He made sure we were getting what we paid for. S. Soledad, 831 in the house. What up, Chole? That's what we call Soledad in the 831. I call it Chole. Chole, Green Fast, Gonza, all that shit. BC Gray, thank you very much for that. $9.99. But what's with it? Why are you telling me this fucking turd of a country, Russia, that can't do shit, is crippling our economy? He didn't blame anything on anybody else, just Russia. Not you, day one, shutting down the Keystone Pipeline, which has a huge effect on the oil companies because now there's no security. Now they don't feel secure. You're not approving the permits. You paid people for a year and a half to stay home. That's why nobody wants to go back to work. You put businesses out of business. You printed up $1.9 trillion at least for that sweet and sour sniffles bullshit. So you devalued our dollar because you flooded the market with dollars. But that's Putin's fault. Putin had OSHA threatening people that they had to take a test once a week to buy themselves 7 more days of work if they didn't want to get the poke. Was that Putin telling OSHA what to do? Which thankfully the Supreme Court shut that shit down. Was that Putin telling people that they killed their grandma if they didn't get the fucking poke? Did Putin shut down the economy or did you? So don't tell me about Putin. Don't tell me about Russia. You mean to tell me you put us in such a position that a country like Russia can cripple us? Then why didn't they do this before? Why didn't Putin just invade Ukraine whether Trump was in office or not? What does it matter if all you have to do is invade a country right next to you to cripple America? Why didn't China do that shit years ago? You don't think they want to cripple us? You don't think they want to take our spot? You don't think they want to have us looking at their Chinese dick and balls as their lead dog? Because when you're not lead dog, that's all you see is a chocolate starfish in the back of a sack. You think China wouldn't want to have us back there? Eat my dust, America. Look at my ball sack and asshole. You think they don't want that? All they had to do is facilitate Russia invading Ukraine, and America, the giant, has fallen? You want us to believe that shit, you senile old fucker? And you should have seen him. You should have seen him. Classic Biden. Classic. Stumbling over his words, rushing through words, not finishing words, getting countries mixed up, Sweden, Switzerland, he doesn't know. They both start with an SW. Right off the bat, from beginning to end, incoherent babble, gibberish. Like my Spanish 2 teacher, Senora Chu, would say, weedy weedy. It's just weedy weedy. Or, like my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Paget, would say, it's gobbledygook. Just nonsense. You want to see what Biden sounded like? Next time you text somebody, just run your finger over your letters like this. Skip it to surgery, that. Send it to them. They'll be like, what the fuck is this? Tell them that's what Biden said last night. Exactly the same thing. I see no difference. How the fuck is that? Putin, he said Russia, 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 guys. Doesn't he know that people say that as a joke on the Democrats for pushing the Russia collusion for 2 years and having a hearing, having a committee assembled to get to the bottom of it? Doesn't he know that? No, he doesn't. This is the same guy who got on there and said, let's go, Brandon, not knowing it was a joke against him. So is this possible? Yes. So just know what's making you pay what you pay at the pump and pay at the grocery store and pay for your supplies. If you own a business, if you work for a business, the reason your money's not going as far is because of Putin, Russia. And if you believe that, I got a couple magic beans that I want you to overpay me for. And he told his son in that 2018 voicemail, he says, I think you're clear. I just saw the article in the New York Times. I think you're clear. That's what he said in the voicemail. But I thought you didn't know about your son's dealings with China, because that's what the article in the New York Times was about. Your son having backdoor dealings with China. Some Chinese guy getting hemmed up at customs, and then the first phone call he made was to your son. And you said you didn't know about that. But then you call him, talk about the article, and say, I think you're clear. End quote. Big guy, 10%. They must think we're stupid. They have to. They think that we are fucking stupid. Not only are you trying to lie to us, but look at the messenger you sent. Biden. You think we're stupid. GJ, John T, thank you very much. Again, from Sweden. He said, I know you real people in USA are genuine. You, Jericho, has with your voice reached me in Sweden. We are the same. We think the same. Politicians are crooked everywhere. Yeah, I'm sure you got some Swedish pieces of dog shit there too, for sure. And I'm glad that you found my voice. I'm glad that you found our voice, because like I say, if you look on my YouTube page, you know, the little blurb you have to tell about yourself. I'm saying what we're all thinking. We're all thinking the very same thing about our government and other governments around the world. Yours, Britain, Russia, all them crooked, the president, Macron of France. Shout out to Christine, behind enemy lines with that jackass. Remember those riots, the yellow vest riots? Yeah, there's plenty of stupid jackass politicians all around the world. And I'm glad that you found our voice over here, because I speak for the everyday American, left or right. Those of us who think the government is too intrusive and shit is too expensive, that's who I talk for. Our politicians, they're lost. They're like California, lost causes, can't help them, rotten to the core. But there's still good people out there. Now, I say this to you, DJ John T. Come November, if we don't bounce these fuckers, then you start getting worried about the everyday Americans, because that means we didn't do our fucking job. We have to. Ghost of Josie Wells, WEF, yeah, the World Economic Forum. They're a bunch of crooked. Anything Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates have anything to do with, those ghoulish fuckers, it's all corrupt. It's all the New World Order. And that's what that guy said. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring that shit up and see exactly who that was. Let's see. He said that shit out loud and wasn't like, oh, no, what I meant was, he meant that shit. Yeah. CNN newsroom host Victor Blackwell played a clip of President Biden telling a reporter at Thursday's NATO summit that Americans can continue to pay premium for gas as long as it takes. As long as it takes. We have to send a message to Putin. As long as it takes. You stupid American tax-paying fucker. You made the mistake of being born here. Had you been born somewhere else and snuck into this country, you wouldn't be on the hook for this shit, because you wouldn't be paying nothing, especially if you come to California. We got everything. Your money's no good here. You ever go out to eat with a friend? Your money's no good here. I got it. Put it away. That's what we tell everybody else. Dildos. As long as it takes, dummy. Shut up. Stop asking questions. Put your head down and give me my tax revenue, bitch. Blackwell asked Deese how the White House would respond to Americans worried that they wouldn't be able to survive paying close to over $5 a gallon, potentially for years. Quote, the military analyst, the director of national intelligence, say this can be a long war measured in years. I think everybody understands why this is happening, but it is sustainable. What do you say to those families that say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable. Deese initially responded, let me get close to the mic so you can hear this shit. What you heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm. No, I'm not reading from a Hollywood script. I'm not reading the script from V for Vendetta. I'm not reading the script of 1984. I'm reading what a White House official said. He said, what you heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm. What the fuck is the liberal world order, and why do I have to stand firm behind it? I don't even know what it is. So the president saying, however long it takes, shut your mouth. And it's not about alleviating pressure on the American family and the American citizen. It is not about making your life in America easier. It is not about making you safer. It is about the liberal world order. That's what he said. I didn't say that shit. He said it. He said it's not about you. It's about the liberal world order. Wow. Mental Medalist Wife, thank you very much for the $2.99 super sticker. Super duper sticker. Here we go. Man, again. Let's see. I saw another one up in here. Another one in this bitch. Another super chat. You keep coming in. I'll read 100 of them. you guys go ahead and send me 100 super chats. I'll read every single one of them. I promise. With a smile on my face. With a big old smile. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. One more. One more. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right, well, if I can't find it, I can still read it. What the fuck happened to it? Okay, oh, another one. Lala Duty Incarnate. Don't forget that POS of an AG of ours, Rob Bonta. Aren't all of them? Who has a good AG? Like, what state has a good AG? Because the Attorney General of the country, trash. I know the AG in California is trash. New York is trash. Washington, Oregon, all the liberal states are trash. Who has a good AG? Yard Karate Treads. What's up? Thank you for that. Says they hate us. They despise us. That is why the administrative state goes on the way they do. They do hate us. They have to. Why would you want to tear down something so great? Why would you want to tear down a group of people who don't want much from you? We don't need much from you. Why are you being a dick? We just want you to take less from us and be less involved. We're giving you less work. What's their problem? We want you to do less. Who's ever had a job where the boss comes in like, hey, do less? What the fuck? We want to make your life easier. Government wants you to do less shit. Again, Mental Medalist Wife, thank you very much for that. Not to mention, America's Social Security goes right to the illegals, especially if you live in California, where you think you're working all your life and they're going to have some money left for you to kick back and enjoy the twilight of your life. No, that shit will be gone. Surprised it's not gone already. You realize the governor of the state of California, the 5th largest economy on this planet, stood up with a straight face and said that we will be paying for insurance for all illegals, and there's nothing you can do about it. And he's not afraid. He's not afraid of losing his job. He's not afraid of backlash. He's not afraid of anything. Frank B, how much is gas in California? Average is $6.28, but right down the street from my house, I'm paying $6.79. Right across the street from that is $6.99. No bullshit, Frank. Brian, King B, Falcone, these people are off their rocker. Do they have a rocker anymore? Their rocker's gone. Ing, sorry I didn't say that right. Kavam, fuck the New World Order like a bike with no seat. That's right. You're deep in there because they'll certainly do it to us if we don't do it to them first. Can you believe that? He's in Biden's administration. He's in his cabinet. He's part of the administration. It's about the liberal world order. That's what he said. And we must stand firm. Well, how long we got to stand firm for? I don't know. Just stand there and make sure you're firm when you do it. Does he mean stand firm like that? Or while I'm standing here, make sure that I'm firm down here? I don't know. Fucking globalist pieces of shit. Julianne, thank you very much, young lady. Remember when Blackwell cried on TV because Trump said Baltimore was gross? Hey, you know what? Stick a microphone in someone's face from Baltimore. They'll tell you the same damn thing. I saw Project Veritas go down there. I saw the piles of trash and the fucking rats. I've been to Baltimore. I was in Baltimore in a liquor store standing there with my stepdad. R.I.P. Frank. We're standing there in line. There's two people ahead of us with a piece of paper sticking out of his back pocket. The person that was standing behind us leans up and goes out loud in front of everybody in the store, goes, "Oh, I thought that was money. I was about to rob that motherfucker." End quote. I've ridden down Penrose Avenue in Baltimore and seen the piles of trash on the side of the street, on the sidewalk. What do you think piles of trash bring? Not butterflies and ladybugs, roaches and rats. I've been riding down a Baltimore street when my cousin hit a pothole so deep that his hubcap flew off. I've sat on a Baltimore street and watched a father buy crack right in front of his son. I've seen the little boys on their bikes watching out for the cops so the dope boys run, and when the cop leaves, the dope boys come back. Baltimore is gross. Baltimore is fucked up. Baltimore has a homicide every day. Baltimore has more than 2,000 homeless kids. Baltimore does suck. But when Freddie Gray died, what did the mayor say? Let them riot. No, let them destroy. That's what she said. Let them destroy. Only a gross city would have a mayor let those words fall out of her mouth. Baltimore is gross. But anyway, guys, you were great. Andrea Viola, question. Why are we tolerating it? Time to stop. That's what November's for, Andrea. That's what November is for. That's why we need to vote them out in November, because that's all they understand. Do bullies understand talk? Think back to when you were in school and you had that bully. What was that bully's name? I had a bully. His name was Joe. Joe didn't understand reasoning. Joe doesn't understand, hey, let's talk about it. Why do you bother me? Leave me alone. Stop it. They don't understand that. What do bullies understand? Exactly. Results. They understand a punch in the face. That's what we need to give them in the ballot box. They need to be reprimanded, and voting them out is the only punishment they understand. They don't care what they're doing to us. They don't care that we don't like it. They don't care that it's destroying our families and our country. They don't care. My dad told me that someone who doesn't care is dangerous. And if they don't care, how can we leave them there? How can we leave them there? Aaron M., that's right. Don't forget the fentanyl. Don't forget the guys that they caught coming across the border with 150,000 fentanyl pills, enough to kill millions of people, and they let them out. No, we care about your safety. We're just letting the number one killer of Americans 18 to 45, no matter what your race is, we're letting them back on the street. 150,000 pills, no problem. Amrox, Baltimore, the Detroit of the East Coast, the least coast. If California's the left coast, then New York's got to be on the least coast. Devlin McBain says, vote him out? Nah. I'm giving these fucking vermin 5 across the lips. Hey, you do your thing. I won't rally against you. I know that. Tickle Me Pretty. My bully was my school swim teacher. She was a sadist. What a bitch. It's when it's an adult. Why are you fucking acting like that with kids, you asshole? There's a couple teachers that I want to go back and fucking slap. I'd have to say Mr. Forget, because he said something bad about. He told my brother, "Well, you could always be a doorman." My brother has 2 master's degrees, working on a PhD, served active duty and reserve for 2 branches of the military, been to every country on this planet, husband of 2 kids and a wife, owns 2 homes. Mr. Forget, I got a dick that you can suck on. And it ain't attached to me. Gross. And then I had my freshman football teacher, Mr. Southwood. He was an asshole. He was mean. He was a mean, miserable asshole. And if I ever saw Mr. Southwood again, I would look him in his face and say, you know what, Mr. Southwood, you are a mean, miserable asshole. Oh, that would feel good. Sometimes a low road just feels like a warm bath, doesn't it? Lala Duty Incarnate, thank you again. Bonta doxed California gun ownership on Monday, June 27th, because he's butthurt about SCOTUS ruling on New York concealed carry. Also, keep the Roe v. Wade meltdowns coming. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna check on that. I know there's been some good ones. What a piece of shit. So because you're mad about something, how petulant is that? How immature are you to be mad about something? So, oh, you did something like that? Well, how can it make somebody else hurt like my butthole? Disgusting. Disgusting. People like that need to go. They did it to the head of the school board in San Francisco, and they got rid of somebody in LA too. Darlene, yes, come to Florida. Jericho, why not? Hey, I'm down for it, but complicated family here and all that kind of stuff, you know. But believe me, especially with shit like this coming down the pipe, get the fuck out of this shithole. Disgusting. Disgusting. All right, people. We did it. You were great. I was great. We were great. Don't forget, Venmo, GreenforGreen, Cash.app, $, Jericho Green 1. You still got a few seconds to get super chats in if you want. P.O. Box, if you want to send them old school, P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. I'm right behind you, Sandra Thomas. I see that. We're thinking the same thing. Thank you, Janny. I appreciate that. Salty Bitch says we are great. Yes, we are. Rachel S., I'm trying to be the news. You want the truth? You want it raw and uncut? Come here. I'll give it to you. I'm beholden to you. That's it. Watching from Guam. What's up, Melissa? Welcome. Thank you, guys. No bullshit. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your donations. I appreciate your comments, your thoughts. It makes me think about things differently. Gives me something to talk about that I never would have thought of. Southside, rather watch paint dry than go to New York City. I'd rather do a lot of things than go to that shithole. But people, we'll do it again tomorrow. I won't be doing a live on Monday because it's the 4th of July. I will be hanging out with my family, lighting off what we consider fireworks in California, putting some flesh to flame, being thankful that despite our problems, despite that man at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue who should be sitting in a wheelchair with a blanket over his lap feeding stale bread to ducks. Despite all that, despite Gavin bang your wife Newsom, these disgusting DAs, these fucked up laws, and these perverts trying to get their long, scaly fingers on our kids, I am still appreciative that this is the greatest country on earth. Not even close. Wait until you hear my video tomorrow. I'm going to get real nationalist in my video tomorrow. Check it out. Be here or be in the wrong damn spot. People, say it with me. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.